I told him he'd never be the man I needed. He didn't argue. He just smiled, packed his things, and left. Forever. My name is Rachel. I'm 30. And for nearly 5 years, I thought I had love figured out. His name was Mark. He wasn't flashy. He wasn't the kind of guy who planned grand romantic gestures or made a scene. But he was consistent. He showed up with coffee when I worked late. Fixed leaky faucets before I even noticed them. He remembered my mom's birthday and sent her flowers, without me ever having to remind him. People used to say, "Rachel, he's a good one. Don't let him go." And for a while, I believed them. But somewhere along the way, something in me shifted. The little girl inside, the one who once dreamed of whirlwind romance and passion that could burn down cities, started whispering again. And I started listening. I wanted fire, excitement, intensity. What I had was steady. And steady started to feel like settling. It wasn't that Mark did anything wrong. It's that he did everything the same. Dinner at the same restaurants. Sunday walks at the same park. The same quiet "I love you" whispered before bed. I told myself this was maturity. That real love was supposed to feel like this. Safe. Predictable. Comfortable. But then I'd scroll through social media, seeing couples dancing in kitchens at midnight, flying to Paris on surprise getaways, kissing on mountaintops at sunrise. And I'd wonder, why not us? Why not me? Mark was safe. But in my restless heart, safe began to feel like boring. It happened on an ordinary Tuesday. He came home from work, kissed my forehead like always, and asked how my day was. But for some reason, that night his smile felt smaller. His voice felt quieter. We sat down to eat, and he talked about his day at the office. Same coworkers, same meetings, same everything. And my mind drifted. He noticed. He always noticed. "You okay?" he asked gently. And before I could stop myself, I said it. "Mark, you'll never be the man I need." Silence. He set down his fork. Looked at me for a long moment. And then he smiled. Not bitter. Not sarcastic. Just calm, like he'd already known this moment was coming. "Okay," he said simply. He didn't ask for clarity. He didn't beg me to explain. He didn't try to change my mind. Instead, he stood up, walked into the bedroom, and pulled out his suitcase. I followed him, panic rising in my throat. "Mark, wait." I didn't mean. But he just kept folding his shirts, placing them gently into the bag. "Rachel," he said softly, "if I'm not the man you need, then I shouldn't waste your time. And you shouldn't waste mine." There was no anger in his voice. No accusations. Just acceptance. And that was the part that hurt most. I stood in the doorway and watched the man who had shared my bed for 5 years quietly erase himself from my life. No yelling. No slammed doors. Just hangers sliding off the rod. Zippers closing. The quiet click of suitcase wheels on hardwood. "Mark, please." "I didn't mean it like that," I tried again, my voice cracking. "I've just been feeling like something's missing, and I don't even know what it is." He paused, looked at me with the kindest eyes I've ever seen, and said, "I know what's missing for you. And I'm not going to hold you hostage while you search for it." When he finished packing, he stood in front of me, suitcase in hand. "You're a good woman, Rachel," he said. "And I hope you find someone who makes you feel the way you've been looking for. I just know that someone isn't me." He kissed my forehead, just like he had every day for years. Then walked past me and out the front door. The sound of that door closing wasn't loud. But it was final. For the first week, I told myself I'd made the right choice. That I'd find someone who made my heart race again. Someone spontaneous. Someone thrilling. I even downloaded a dating app. But every conversation felt shallow. Every smile felt temporary. And every time something broke in my apartment, I wished Mark was there to fix it. Not just the faucet. Not just the shelf. I missed how he asked about my mom. How he knew my coffee order by heart. How he made the ordinary feel effortless. I missed the safety I'd mistaken for boredom. About a month after he left, I found myself driving with no destination. And without realizing it, I ended up outside his new apartment. The lights were on. Through the window, I saw him laughing with friends, a beer in hand. He looked happy. Lighter, somehow. That's when it hit me. He hadn't left broken. He left free. And maybe, just maybe, I'd given him the same gift he gave me. The chance to find what we both truly needed. I still replay that night in my head. I wonder what might have happened if I had swallowed those words. If I'd chosen gratitude over restlessness. But regret doesn't rewrite endings. It just makes them heavier to carry. I told him he'd never be the man I needed. And maybe I was right. But I've also learned something since. Sometimes, the man you need isn't the one who sets your soul on fire in a fleeting moment. It's the man who keeps the fire burning, quietly, steadily, for a lifetime. Have you ever pushed away someone who was good for you, chasing something that only felt more exciting in the moment? I want to hear your story. Maybe together, we can learn to tell the difference between love that's steady and love that's gone. Mark never came back. And I never asked him to. Some doors, once closed, are meant to stay shut. But I carry him with me, not as the man I let go, but as the one who taught me something vital. That being enough isn't about fireworks or fancy trips. It's about showing up every single day, until the other person can't imagine life without you. I just wish I'd realized that before I told him otherwise.